Hello everyone, we're back with the second Blullet Knockout. You guys might remember this event from days of yore. So we're here with this event and yeah, I wanted to stream this live. Unfortunately, that did not work out. So we're here recording this. Yeah, I mean I had crazy technical issue. Never had this before. But yeah, we're going to be recording this now and hopefully cash in for some player interviews. Now, okay, let's start here with this match, a bit of an explanation. I haven't really explained it here. So we have 60 minutes of 5+1, followed by 30 minutes of 3+1, followed by 15 minutes of 1+1. A bit different from the previous format. So we're trying this one out, and yeah, it's similar a bit to the SCC thing, right? Previously known as death matches on chess.com. Here we call them wars. Yeah, so it's actually a bit different from a normal war we've been used to on this channel. Anyway, let's start with the chess. So now I remembered something. Okay, I need to put up the score line, so let me do that, but the problem is I have to be very precise because otherwise I'll mess up the time counter here. So let's see what I can do here. Okay. So yeah, just trying to add the score line over here. And this is the current score. Let's make sure we got this right. Alright. It's a bit big for this one. Maybe put it up like this. Okay, that seems fair. Are we getting the updates now? Yes, okay. Okay, so a bit about this position. Wow, very complicated. First, let's count the material, right? Seems about equal. Yeah, I like, of course, this g2 bishop, very open. This knight on h4 gives for a weird impression. Potentially could be trapped. g5, knight f3, g4 is very wait, what? Why is that not being played? Okay, the knight on b4 was attacked, but now g5, knight f3, g4, knight h4, f3, and that's a piece with some compensation, of course, but maybe not enough. Okay, now so the idea is if g5, yeah, I don't wait. So the idea is if knight takes e4, you have bishop takes e4, and if g5, you have knight g6 at the very least. But what if quite simply we have g5 immediately? Is there a problem there? I feel like I'm missing something big here. I don't know. All right, so let's see what Mr. Habash has prepared here. Okay, I realize now that it's not really clear also who's playing which side. He does play g5. Yeah, Jawad is playing white, Habash is playing black. Maybe I could make this clearer. Yeah, I'm not seeing an easy way with the layout, so let's keep it like this. Maybe if I... Okay, so he does go for this. Yeah, maybe like this. Yeah, this is a simple method. Okay, this should work out now. Yeah. Alright, so he does sacrifice this piece. Yeah, I mean, that knight gave for a very strange impression. We missed the first game, by the way. That was won by Jawad. You can see on the scoreline, like in the boxed part there. Okay, So and also not a lot of time, 60 minutes, 5 plus 1, maybe 5 games, probably, maybe even less, maybe a bit more. Between 4 to 6 games probably is the safest bet. Yeah, so let's see here what Jawad is going to come up with. Yeah, the problem is if you go like knight h4, f3 and take on f3, you're going to get forked again. So you might even have to part ways with your light squared bishop, which is which was, I was saying, like, this was the pride of white's position, the light squared bishop. That's why I was slightly preferring white at some point initially when I was just looking at the position, but now it's probably going to get lost, and yeah, there isn't much to say here. I guess you could play bishop h1. That way, if f takes g3, you play f takes g3, and then your rook is protecting. Yeah, this is also possible, but I don't like opening up the g file. I thought bishop h1 was maybe the safer option. Yeah, now opening up the g file with bishop h3 coming in, maybe some king h8, rook g8, and you're also down a piece, of course. Yeah, just queen takes f4. Now e4 could be an idea, opening up for the bishop there. Yeah. The problem I have on OBS here is that I have to keep this match clock running, so, and the timer is running, so I need to be doing something very particular here, and maybe that means I can't draw any arrows. Okay, so Jawad wisely resigns the match, the game, not the match, because he sees that there's little hope there, and the match clock is ticking, so he wants to get more games in. I don't know where Jawad favors himself. Maybe in Bullet, I would guess. So maybe it would make more sense for him to just milk the clock in the Blitz. But yeah. Okay, anyway. So we have some kind of Tarash, yeah. I wasn't aware Jawad plays this. And here, you know, at any point liquidation in the center is on the cards. So let's see here. Okay, here I would definitely... Yeah, actually I was thinking maybe just takes on d4, but that of course does open up for the bishop on c1, which is not so desirable. Not being able to draw arrows is a bit annoying, actually. I'm thinking if there's a way to maybe do that, and then, like, I guess this stops the match clock. Or does it not? Perhaps it doesn't. The match clock is still running now, right? No, see? It's not. But what if I do this? Is it still running here? Ah, okay, I think I found the solution to this little problem I have. So yeah, I just need... Okay, anyway, I was, yeah, saying that this bishop opens up. Okay, let's continue with this match, with this game. So bishop e4. Already this kind of h3, g4 by Habash here. This is kind of weakening, of course. You don't really want to see this. And now I'm not really liking this for white at all. This bishop is locked in. Your queen is putting pressure on the b2 pawn. All good stuff for black. And at any point taking here can just lead to taking, and you have a nice diagonal to work with. And like in that situation with these pieces lined up like this, knight a4 isn't even available because the queen is on a4. Having said that, queen a4 is usually a natural move in this position, but yeah, here it's kind of stifling white's play. Alright, so maybe I need to decrease the sounds a bit. The sounds might be a bit high, right? this. Okay. So f5, very aggressive by Jawad. Now, of course, Jawad has lost the bishop pair here, but I mean, this position has nothing to do with the bishop pair. This bishop on c1 is just trash. So, yeah, and he gets a really nice attack going. Now, a threat in this position, of course, is taking here now. And if takes, you have takes here. And you can't take because the queen is spinning. So that's an important threat Jawad should watch out for. I would guess just king h8. King h8 is safe and good. Maybe avoiding the queen trade with queen d8, also protecting d5. Maybe that's an idea. But I would prefer not to see infiltration on the b7 square. Then, like if you play queen d8, maybe like queen b7 could be a bit annoying. So not something I'm particularly fond of. Oh, now taking on g4 exactly, and knight f3 check. And there are some potentially after knight f3 check c4 ideas. Okay, knight f3 check, he's calculating the endgame, so he doesn't go for it. Still though, now f4 maybe, even though that seems really weakening. No, f4 maybe just knight e6. And you're threatening at some point maybe to take on d4. Okay, he does play f4. Yeah, very dangerous play by Habash here, but it's his style, and it's very important to play like this against someone who outrates you. So let's see what Jawad has in store here. Knight e6, and now yeah, I was thinking like maybe you can take at some point, and after takes you're attacking f4, of course. There are some ideas with the sacrifice here, but queen d6 is always there to defend at the right moment. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to live with these small OBS issues I'm having here. Well, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So what should white play here? It's difficult to find a move because of this threat of taking on d4. And something like f5 just opens up hell's gates. You go knight g5 and then follow it up with queen g3, and then knight h3 is a threat. Okay, I was just mentioning that. So knight g3, queen g3, knight g5, queen g3, knight h3. Big problems for white here. Yeah, and of course the bishop is protecting the knight on g5, so something like e4 doesn't threaten much. But now he's blocking queen g3, so that's important. And you can't take here, of course, because again of the pin. So this is actually quite annoying for white, for black. c4, a timely c4 blocking the queen, and now you can think of taking on e4. But queen c2 maybe, queen c2 I guess, queen b6 or just queen g3, right? And start your dark square attack. Okay, goes here. Yeah, of course, queen c3 also wise. The point is, of course, if it takes multiple times here, you just take here with check. So that's safe. So, okay, so what should black play here? Yeah, I mean d5 is currently being attacked, right? So you need to defend that, perhaps with some rook d8. Though it feels like black is losing control a bit. Excellent defense by Habash, I have to say. And bishop f4 is coming, by the way, which could be annoying. Because bishop f4, for example, if you play bishop d6, then e5 might be quite annoying. Bishop e7 and just f6 maybe. So let me clarify what I'm talking about. So if you put the rook here, bishop f4, bishop d6, e5, bishop moves back, f6. Maybe not so good, but it's something. It's something. So we have to see what Habash has in store here. So far I've been predicting the moves quite well, which is I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably bad for them if I'm playing, if I'm finding their moves. E5 immediately, intending to go for this F. Oh, something bad is going to happen here, but for whom actually? Okay, I was just going to explain that F6 takes. There's takes, and if takes, you have takes. So that was Habash's idea. But now, after c5, now Jawad's idea is after takes, bishop c5, pinning the queen and winning. But of course, after takes, you don't have to take back, but then the pawn center is quite annoying. So now if f6 takes, and let's say the queen moves wherever, okay, he takes like this. The point is that if takes now, then the bishop will no longer be protecting this guy. So he takes with the queen then. I see. Okay, let me just remove this arrow. So, d4. Yeah, now I'm starting to favor black again. e5 is hanging, and d3, d2 is a big threat. Let's say queen e1 now. The threat of f6 takes is still in the air though. But now that I think about it, f6 takes, you don't recapture actually. After takes, you don't recapture with the bishop, you recapture with the rook. That way, if takes, you take here with check, takes back, and then you can take here. That's the trick. So f6 isn't really an issue now. That means that d3 can be played safely, I believe. Okay, both sides are under pressure. Okay, Jawad doesn't... I don't know if it was correct either way, but... Oh. Okay, now it's turning again, because e7 is a big threat, and black is beginning to... Actually he's losing a piece, no? Oh, he just lost a piece. Wow. Haha. Wait, what? No! Take with check! What? That was a piece! Oh, okay, there's e7. There's e7, but he could have played this, and then e7 wouldn't have worked. Okay, so both sides are messing up in time pressure. Okay, I won't be analyzing this too much. Let's just enjoy time pressure, because the clocks stop when I analyze. Alright. Oh yeah, Jawad is just down a rook here. And getting attacked. Yeah, he should resign. Like, he resigned the previous match. Now queen f6 is mate. Wow, nice by Habash. A very topsy-turvy game. Strategically and tactically, it went both ways. So very nice to see this. Queen b3 in this line. I'm more familiar with knight d5. Queen b3, of course, makes a lot of sense. And now knight d5. So interesting. So opting for this English setup. Very interesting. Like, even queen g3 ideas, like if bishop c5, queen g3, is that stupid or what? I would play queen g3, like just attack g6, similar to these French Winawer types of ideas. If you guys are familiar with the French, I think Jawad is familiar with the French, right? Jawad plays the French as black, or not? Actually, I'm not so sure anymore. It's been a while since I've played against him, especially with the white pieces. I remember playing black against him twice. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so we get an isolated pawn position. Or not. Okay. Yeah, I was going to speak about the isolated pawn, and we just get a very symmetrical position here. I'm not even sure if, like, white should be slightly better maybe because of knight b5, but then knight a6, and I'm not seeing much. And like bishop b4 check could be annoying, so knight b5 threatening the fork, but then maybe that knight a6, or just immediately bishop b4 check. So not so sure here. Not so sure at all. He does go knight b5. Okay, I'm really good at predicting these guys' moves, but is that a good thing? Probably not. Or king d7, yeah, that makes a lot of logical sense. Habash playing very principled chess. King d7, you're in, well, you're not in an endgame technically, you're in a queenless middle game, this would be, because the piece values are more than 13 for each side. This is the Soltis rule. Yeah, and so even that being said, though, it makes a lot of sense to improve your king's position and get your h8 rook into the game. So yeah, I think like white has 2 pieces out, black has basically 3 with the king. I ever so slightly favor black, though it shouldn't be anything. That being said, white's piece is of course the knight on b5. It's on an aggressive post, so not so clear. Not so clear, of course. By the way, I'm not focusing on the reactions much. I should have done that. I forgot to in time pressure. Yeah, I should have done that. Okay, maybe we can... Okay, for now, I mean, Jawad has his head in the computer screen a bit, and Habash is very stoic, so not getting much. Maybe in time pressure we'll check back. You guys on the VOD can of course check it out for yourselves. Okay, so here we're quite interesting, which is synonymous with I have no clue what's going on here. Yeah, alright, so yeah, I mean, maybe h3 g4 could be an idea for white. Just you need to get some of your kingside pawns going. Where to exactly, I don't know. King d2 was nice also by Jawad, kind of a copycat game here. It's very symmetrical. White does have access to the c5 square, which is important. Getting your rook to c5 and perhaps doubling. Of course, you should be careful that this doesn't work. It does, actually. So you can't play rook c5 now. Rook c5 is met by knight takes d4. Rook c5, knight takes d4, and if you take on... And if you... oh god. And if you take on c8, there's knight takes f3 check as an intermezzo, and white would be losing there, losing a piece. So... actually, they wouldn't be losing a piece. What am I talking about? A pawn, though. A pawn. Black offers a draw and white declines it. Okay. Habash using some match strategy here. He has the momentum. He's won 2 games in a row. And he wants to really put the pressure on Jawad here. Yeah, so what can... So if rook c5 isn't so great, what can Jawad play? Maybe like... king e3 isn't desirable. Okay, rook hd1, huh? Like this kind of protects d4, x-rays d4, but I mean, why would you want to do that anyway? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Actually, I see a message from Habash. Let me check. Okay. All right. So just replying there. So Habash was asking if he can play on mobile. Of course he can, no reason not to. The bullet part, because his mouse isn't so great. Alright, so yeah, I didn't really get rook hd1, right? And like knight b4 is always an annoying idea with bishop f5 as well. king e7 is getting out of the way so that the rook on d8 is protecting d5, and then bishop f5 becomes a possibility. Bishop f5, knight a5, knight b4. Even a4 now. a4 gaining queenside space and allowing for, so a4, knight a5, knight c4. And Jawad does go for king e3. I would have much preferred to see king e3 without the rook being on d1, because there's no need for the rook to be on d1, because at some point you have some c-file action, for example, and if the rook is on h1 or on d1, it's going to recapture. So it's kind of like wasting a tempo, maybe, getting the rook to d1. I'm not so sure. Okay. Jawad also going for this remaneuvering idea, and this is important. I think Habash missed a chance here to play a4. Now it's no longer possible, and now knight a4, knight c5, the counter idea. Remember, this is a symmetrical position, so both sides kind of basically have the same ideas. So the counter idea here works better now, I believe. Okay, so knight a4 now. Yeah, he wants to prevent knight b4 first and then go for knight a4. With knight b6 being an idea. Habash is preparing b5. See, now this is coming to light what I said, the rook being on h1. Now if like a trade occurs, then the rook being on h1 doesn't make any difference. So it should have been on h1. So it's kind of like a waste of tempo, bringing it to d1, and after black takes on c1, you have to take back with the rook from d1 to c1. Yeah, it's okay, but not to harp too much. It's not like rook h1 isn't a game losing blunder or anything. Okay, now knight c5 threatening knight takes b7 check. The king isn't so well placed on d6. Yes. So what's the point here? Okay, now rook b6. Rook b6 is perhaps an idea. Rook b6, rook b6. What about rook b6? Maybe just b3 then. Then knight b5, a4. Or maybe even... yeah. What? Whoa. That's very dangerous. Living on the edge. Okay, getting your king in this line of fire, I mean, it might be fine, but... whoa. I mean, there's no knight takes b7 or knight a6 check ideas. Because the knight on a7 is doing a good job protecting b6, but it's very dangerous. You have to be careful. And now b5 is coming. Oh, he's lost. b5 now. GG. Now knight a4 and it's over. Yeah. Yeah, that was a very, very dangerous decision just from a principles perspective. Like, why would you put your king on c7? Yeah, I mean, this is why this isn't an endgame, because the king is a bit unsafe. This is why they call it a queenless middle game. Yeah, very dangerous. Okay, now even... okay, I guess just... yeah, bishop b5. And now you're threatening knight takes b7. Knight takes b7. Okay, even now, okay. It's even much worse now. The point was, like, if the king kept protecting b7, I meant, then you can simply take on b7 and then take on c6. But anyway, so back to this line. Actually, Habash changing it up and playing some sort of Catalan. Knight e4 immediately. Not so familiar with this move. So takes, and maybe just knight e5 now, and it's a slightly better position for white. Yeah, nothing much. Yeah, you don't want to see knight takes e4 here, and you don't really want to see knight takes c3, c6 either. So white has quite some pressure actually. Maybe just knight f6 back, but then you can see, for example, bishop g5, then c6. c6 immediately, whoa. Yeah, what happens if... of course, if you take everything on e4, it's not a light decision to make. Getting a phone call. Yeah, so it's not a light decision to make, taking on e4, of course, as white, because you lose the pride of the position, the Catalan bishop. Queen b3. getting an attack on b7 going. And if queen b6, that's not so. Then it's more apt to give up. Like let's say queen b6. I was thinking of something like takes. Taking is usually a bad idea because you open up for this rook, but bear with me. And then taking on e4. And that endgame might be a bit better. Yeah, I don't know, not sure. Anyway, so Jawad perhaps doesn't want to see that and plays this move. So only 15 minutes left in the 5+1. So probably they'll get a chance for one last game after this one. So yeah, Jawad didn't want to see any of that e4 stuff. Still, rook a e1, threatening e4 again. e4 is a very annoying idea in these positions and what white is usually aiming for, even if you give up your light square bishop, because you end up having a lot of pressure and a strong central pawn versus this black pawn. So quite good for white here. Okay, knight d7. Sure? Wait, doesn't... I mean, that's not so optimal, because if knight takes d7, you're forced... No, you can't take like this, you lose the b7 pawn. What? Okay, I was about to explain that after this you're forced to take like this, and then e4 grows in strength because you're no longer controlling e4. But Jawad chooses to lose a pawn. Now there is some compensation, of course, you're controlling this, but e4 will come at any moment. And it's going to be annoying because now you don't care so much about your light squared bishop, right? Because if you liquidate these two bishops, you're left with a heavy piece scenario where two rooks against two rooks and the queen against the queen. And yeah, I mean that's not so optimal, of course. This seems even worse, because now if takes, you have this very powerful queen d4 move, I believe. I'm controlling the dark squares and putting pressure on d5. So yeah, as I was saying, so these heavy piece scenarios favor white, of course, as they're just up a pawn, and you can't really exploit the light square weaknesses because you have a lone queen that can't do much. So now, yeah, just takes and queen d4, I believe. Of course, you have to be careful of like the c3 weakness. So if takes, queen d4, you have to be careful of this, of course. It's not an easy decision to make. But I mean, the weakness on d5 is very, very bad. Okay, and he's choosing to go for something I was talking about. So just going for this heavy piece kind of middle game. Middle game slash end game, more like, of course. Not technically an end game again, because the piece count for each side is more than 13. Ooh. We missed this move. Whoa! Oh. That was on the cards. See, that's why taking on c5 and queen d4 was better. Oh, they're still taking on c5. Confusing. Maybe queen h6 now, though. And when the... What? The a4 rook is protecting e4. Well done. Though still, not so easy. Not so easy. Very dangerous scenario. Yeah, not easy. Not easy. I would even... Like, white pawns are really scary, no? Yeah. And actually, from all of this, white is still up a pawn, and yeah, see, like c4. I mean, granted, c4 isn't easy to get in, but okay. Now is he going h4? Habash has As yeah, he's got us accustomed to this pawn storm on the king side, even when both sides are castled king side. No, he doesn't. Okay, just protecting the last pawn he has there. Of course, h4 is simply met with h6, and all of that king side pressure is fluff. Of course, there's nothing there. All right. So Habash still very, very stoic. Very stoic. Alright, so 50 minutes in. We'll probably be getting another game which will stretch out the time control. Alright. So Habash is thinking here. He does go h4, as we have grown accustomed to, right? h6 is forced. h5, of course. Maybe h5 takes h5 and then bishop h7. Or you can even entertain after h5 taking on g takes h5, bishop takes h5. Yeah, you can entertain bishop takes h5 because now e4 is no longer attacked by the rook and bishop. Okay, but the rook is you see from Jawad, he doesn't like this, and he's starting to go down on time. But he can take c3 quite simply, no? Nah. Taking c3, rook b7, taking on e4 is threatened, taking on a7 is threatened. Very dangerous. Not something you can play lightly. Yeah, and rook b7 will be very annoying. Also d7 and rook b8. No, that doesn't work. But could be an idea later on. Actually, in what scenario would that be a good idea? I don't know. Yeah. So Jawad, whoa, using up a lot of clock. Not finding a good move for him either. He goes bishop f3. Yeah, not a light decision to make. But I guess he assumes that after taking takes on f3, there is rook takes h4 and rook g2 check, rook h4 check ideas. These are very dangerous, so let me show them. So taking takes, and then this threatening mate because of the pawn on f3. That could be one idea. But of course Habash doesn't oblige and just protects, or rather denies the trade. And now this bishop on h3 is putting up some annoyance, blocking the rook from going to c8, for example. Yeah. Still though, if you take c3, rook b7, is that so bad? He chooses not to. But now if d7, king f8, and you're still in the game, definitely. Actually, I would even start preferring black, maybe. Yeah, because white doesn't really have access to any of the queening squares. Like, when is the rook coming to c8? Maybe never. Not playing a6. Why not play a6 there? That's a bit weird. Of course, Jawad is really low on time. Maybe we can get some nice reaction from him. Let's check out the cams. Okay, nothing too special here. Yeah, that's just giving up a pawn for no good reason. He forgot maybe the bishop on f3 was protecting. Okay, Habash playing badly for when he's low on time. This isn't boding well for the... Okay, actually I noticed that in time pressure this cuts out, so I need to... maybe do this now. Okay. Still should be a draw, probably. Yeah, now just take on... Yeah, okay. What? He should... Oh. Yeah, this is losing now. Oh, Jawad, why didn't you keep the two rooks on the board? Wow, whoa. Okay. Yeah, this is just a simple loss. Habash knows the technique here. Yeah, just eventual Zugzwang. Oh, just promote. Promote on D8. Or promote on A8. Same idea, yeah. Yeah, King G7 and it's over. Wow. Habash, 3-2. What a result. Someone who outtrates him by about 200 points at their peak blitz ratings. Habash is at 2250 something. Jawad is at 20. Maybe I'm getting this wrong actually. No, I'm right. Yeah, I think 2450 for Jawad, 2250 or thereabouts, of course, for Habash. Jawad not happy. Jawad not happy, and it shows from his opening choice. Is this something you want to allow as white? Maybe you have E3 though. Yeah. And now what, like 96? 96, okay. Yeah, but D5. Black should be okay. Black gets a nice center actually. Yeah, I guess you're... I would have said... I want to say you're kind of forced to take as white. Is this a pawn you can really gambit on C4? I would venture not, to be honest. But Habash doesn't oblige and doesn't take it. And now it's protected, so that's no longer available. Alright, so just for the match clock... Yeah, I'll keep it running, but basically this is the last 5+1 game, so let's make it clear on the group. So just saying that it's the last 5+1 game. Alright. Okay, so back to the position. Habash getting his knights on aggressive posts. Knight f3 check. Oh, yuck. Is that something you want to see as white? I don't think so. Takes, and the black knight now has access to e4. Now this is coming at some point if you just dislodge, and the g5 is a move you know Habash is about to play, right? Definitely. So alright, let's see here. He's even considering sacrificing the pawn, right? I think Habash is. Or g5. Or g5. Oh, Habash, you have to play g5. No. You've played it in way worse positions. Kept it in reserve. Plays it now. I love it. I love this. Super nice chess. Jawad still hasn't... oh, now he blunders a pawn. Still not the worst pawn to blunder, of course, but yeah, now it's opposite color. Bishop switch favors the attacking side. And oh, actually, how is Habash going to protect against this with only this and then like boom, 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 boom? Something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. Yeah, all very complicated, of course. All soups complicated. Now the problem I foresee though is that e4 is coming, and if g4, then you don't really have any big issues as white. You can at some point even play h3 or immediately h4, and if ever takes, just king h2. So e4, oh, e4 now definitely has to be played. No. Be careful. Be very careful. He does play it. He does play it! Whoa! So if queen h6... queen takes f3, of course. That was my point anyway, guys. Now h3. Maybe. Maybe rook. Okay. Now if queen, yeah, queen h6 is not possible anyway. And anyway, if it were, just bishop h4. Yeah. Now this is starting to look bad for black. Very bad, in fact. Yeah, the material speaks loads here. Queen e3, queen e3, queen e3. Certainly. e5, bishop f6 is coming, and who's mating whom? e5, bishop. Okay, don't. Actually, bishop f6 is fine. Usually it wouldn't be because of taking here, but here it's fine. f6 is a very, very good move. Spicing up the position, which is definitely necessary now. Queen h5, queen h5, you have to watch out. Queen h5 is dangerous. What are you playing against queen h5? Ah, h4, what am I talking about? There's no longer any g4 pawn. Yeah, queen h5, just h4, there's nothing. Yeah, just h4. Not much to say. This isn't helping either. I mean, maybe long term he wants some bishop h3, queen g4, rook takes f4 idea. But yeah, that's not working, of course. Rook e1, solidifying e5. And next up maybe simply bishop h6, queen f4. The endgame should be rather simply winning. Right? Probably. I mean, don't be afraid of the... Oh! Wait, no, just king h2. Okay. Yeah. I keep missing these little ideas, but of course they all don't work. So my intuition tells me they don't work, and yeah, it's correct. Yeah, so I was thinking, yeah, the end game, I mean, don't be afraid of opposite colored bishops. When rooks are on the board, it's a different story. So it shouldn't be actually a draw or anything. Queen g4. Not doing much, to be honest. But of course, putting the onus on white as well. White needs to find a move here. It's useless to keep the clock going anyway, so let's shut it down. Bishop h6, attacking the rook. Rook f7 is the only move, and then maybe e6. You don't want to play e6 though, because you do give up like the dark squares, but you have a bishop anyway controlling those squares, so it shouldn't be that bad. You'd like to keep the pawns connected though, in general. Okay, so now what is the idea? What is the idea? Why is he not playing rook f7? What? Yikes. He sees that the best chances for him are here. But why exactly? Just take on f8, come on. Come on, this is... no. These cannot work. No sir. And just take on e5 and I don't get it. Queen g5 check is always in the air to liquidate into a very safe endgame. So yeah, this isn't correct at all. Queen h6. Queen h6, and if bishop f5 intending queen h3, you just have queen g5. Who cares? Or even just take on e5, right? Just d takes e5. Bishop f5, you just play queen g5 check. You're up in exchange and some pawns. Should be nothing. No need to overthink things here. Definitely no need to overthink things here. Yeah, I mean, just take on g5. He's trying like maybe to keep the bishop. I mean, even bishop h6, bishop f5, queen g5. I mean, what am I even talking about? Yeah, just bishop h6, there's nothing. Am I missing anything? Like, what? Bishop h6. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, just bishop h6 and you're up for rook. Okay, Jawad taking his sweet time. What for? I don't know. Okay, you have to be careful though. You have to be careful. He's really digging into this position, huh? Habash, stoic. Complete a complete face of coldness. Okay, I mean, was this really the best? Okay, h5, h5, h5. Please. Thank you. Okay. I think he pre-moved king g8. Yeah. Okay. He resigned. 3-3. 3-3. No. Abort. Stop. No. Don't play this. Don't play this. Yeah, just okay, you can start with the 3+1 if you want. Okay, just asking if they want any break. Habash is instead replying, he's decrying what happened in the match. Oh, okay, he's saying that half of his time has been lost due to connection issues. Okay. Okay, but I need to know if we want to continue the 3+1 or what. Or take a small break. Okay, so I need to start the clock. And it starts now. Alright, and they're off. 3+1. 30 minutes of 3+1. 30 minutes of 3+1. Let's see what they have in store here. So it's going to be... Wait, what? Isn't it 3+1? Are they playing 3+2? No, it's 3+1. Okay. I got scared there. I have to admit. Yeah. Alright, so we missed the opening and the middle game and the end game. Okay, so just f3, right? Yeah. I'm thinking g4, knight g3 ideas, but yeah, no, not necessary. Okay, I guess you have to play some queen e1. Is there any other move? Because taking on e4 is threatened, and then taking on e2 would be threatened. D3. I missed that. D3. Do I like this move? Sure I do. You always have to be, with this bish being unprotected, you have to be careful of these ideas followed by e4. Of course that doesn't work, but just something to keep in mind. c6 is a well-timed move, gaining control of the center. And now I guess just queen d2 and try to develop. The bishop on h5, it seems like it's trapped, but it's a bit annoying as well because it's preventing any f takes e4. Not really preventing though, of course, but yeah, actually, is it really that annoying? I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, it's stopping black from actually continuing with their plan of kingside expansion with I wanted to say with f4, because then the bishop would really be hanging with g4. Then again, sacrifices are possible there, but of course not warranted. Taking on g4, I meant. Yeah, anyway, let's not continue with that hypothetical. So f4 instead by Jawad. Very aggressive play. Does it make sense? I mean, no, because what's the point of e takes f4? He's just going to recapture with the g pawn. Of course, not immediately. You have to take on g7. Yeah, I would definitely take on. I don't get it. Now you can take with the knight, which is perhaps a bit different. So e takes f4 loses in strength. Okay, they're going on a completely different route on the queen side. Alright. Bishop check? No, not necessary, of course. I kind of feel like white has something here. My spidey senses are tingling. Can't really see much. Maybe something like h3, g4, takes on e5, queen g5. Definitely not. Rook c4. Not really. Yeah, I don't quite understand. Knight c3 definitely going to d5. That's a normal move. But now knight d4, and there's a big threat. Ooh! Knight e2. Is that so dangerous though? Well, it picks up the bishop. No, not something you want to see. No. I do believe knight e2 now is quite good. Even knight f3. Even knight f3. Knight f3. Knight f3 is even better. e4. Very interesting as well. Very interesting. Knight f3, the point was that at the end of the line there, the bishop would be attacking d5. So I need to balance the commentary here between analysis, because yeah, I don't want to take too much time, because this is a very quick time control. We probably only get like 4 games in this time control. Probably only 4, yeah. No, probably 5. Probably 5. Actually, no, probably 4. It depends. Okay. Like, okay, I would assume the most likely is 5 games, not 4. Some games will end a bit more quickly. It's only a 1 second increment after all. Anyway. So what do we have on our hands here? This endgame. I mean, Jawad, no, he's not even up a pawn, but I mean, he has control over the dark squares. Yeah, I would ever so slightly favor. Not ever so slightly, actually. I would. It's difficult to assess because the passed pawns are dangerous. Passed pawns are dangerous. But then again, white has. Yeah, white has h3, g4 ideas. Very, 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 very difficult to assess. For me, at least. Yeah, I mean, you just get your. Okay, this. I would. Yeah. Yeah. This is a problem. What? Knight takes d5. Okay, Habash played this very badly. Yeah, just knight c3, takes e4, f5. Knight c3, you can even push f5. Yeah, just push f5, no need for any of this. Just push f5. Oh, you had knight g5 check. Much simpler. Much simpler. Now this is of course easily winning, but just push f7, man. What are you doing? Jawad. What? Bro. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, by the way, if Jawad keeps winning on anything, we'll switch to Habash's perspective. We'll switch anyway, in general. What? I feel like a tragedy is about to come up. Just knight g6, man. Sack it. Sack it and king d5. What? What? Okay. Nice. What? I mean, I hope that was a connection issue thing, though. Yeah, Okay. Okay. That happened. That happened. Okay, so we'll stick to Jawad here because he's on the losing side now. 4-3. So let's see. He does have quite an aggressive position here with this f5. Something he's been playing in this match. This f5 stuff. Maybe g5 now. Habash would have definitely played g5 here. No questions asked. Jawad chooses to go for a more tame option. More tame option. Yeah, I don't really like f3. This seems like a very weakening move. Knight, yeah, knight e6. No, it's fine. No. This should be good for black actually. Knight f4. Yeah, knight f4, crushing. But then again, queen takes b7. Oh, just knight takes d3 there. Or even queen g5 or something. Bishop c6. Not queen takes d5. Queen g5. Okay. Now queen g5 definitely. No questions asked, I would hope. No queen g5? Queen g5. Of course. Of course. And now queen f2 by Habash. No, I'm kidding. Of course he won't play that. Knight h5, f4, knight g3, queen g3, something. Looks questionable. Knight h5 and even queen f4 check as well. Okay, maybe knight g3, queen g3, queen f4. Yeah, maybe he should have kept that option in reserve actually. Playing f4 immediately kind of limits your options. Not something you should really do. Alright. So. Without the Wesley. Gosh. I'm insufferable. Okay, knight g3, rook f6, rook h6, queen h4, something has to be good there. What's our plan? What's our plan? Bishop d7, okay. Just getting the rooks connected, of course. Yeah, I mean, you can't play rook f6 immediately because of rook e8 check. I have half a mind to just play rook f6 now, and if c takes d5, just not respond. But probably that's bad because you no longer have access to bishop c6. But if you play bishop c6 now, takes on d5, bishop takes d5, bishop c4, it feels like black is kind of on the back foot there, kind of responding to white's threats, maybe not so optimal. So I'm not so sure. We'll have to see. So he takes, intending to play d5. After knight takes c4 though, if d5, rook e5 or knight d4, knight e5, that's annoying. And if, yeah, I would have preferred taking with a knight, to be honest. Now you're just farm. Rook e5. No, that doesn't work. Or does it? Okay, hold on. Let's calculate. There's queen g3 check. And if king f2. Oh. I mean, you have to play it anyway. You don't have much else. Yeah, but then the endgame isn't so good. But yeah, you have to play it. You can't allow like rook takes d5, which would be curtains. So you have to play. Wow, Habash really outplaying Jawad. I want to just show some games from Habash's perspective, but Jawad is on the back foot, so we have to see if Jawad will be able to get a comeback here. Yeah, if takes c4, just take on h5. I mean, it's not like black is so bad here, but he definitely lost a lot of control. Maybe there's queen g6, queen. Trapping the rook. I missed that idea. The rook is trapped. No, it's not, because you can take on g3. No, wait, queen g6, queen g6, rook h4, queen g5. Yeah, there's the rook wasn't trapped there. Yeah, it always escapes to g5. It always escapes to g5. Even picks up the pawn here. Wow. Okay. Now picking up b2, but maybe knight e5 simply, and it's going to be annoying. Trying to pick up the bish. That's clever. But I'm not so sure about. Okay, rook g4. Rook g4. Rook g4. He ain't doing it. Knight h6. Okay, knight. Knight e5. Knight e5 is good. Yeah, knight e5. Knight e7. Maybe. You're signing up for knight d4 and knight d8. What? This loses. Just takes on e4. Takes on e4. What? He allowed the draw. Oh god. Even more than a draw, maybe. Bishop b7, okay. He wants to go for the mating knot. Habash is aware though. This doesn't really attack anything. You can just play like rook, yeah, for example. You're not attacking anything. And it turns around again. Okay, I have to watch their reactions. Okay, let's see. Man, Habash just doesn't move. Insane. Is this camera frozen? I don't get it. Well, you can see like Jawad is kind of thinking about things, nervous maybe. Habash, stone cold. Stone cold Habash. Oh, just take b4 there. Oh god. Oh, why did you trade the bishop? Now you have 0 chances. Jawad keeps... Oh. Wow. What an impressive performance by Habash. 5-3. Actually, guys, I think it's frozen. Ah, Habash's camera is frozen. Oh no. Now I know why he's not moving. Okay. Stone cold, and we... Bro is just not moving. Yeah, I'm not looking at the cameras enough to know. He's just not moving. He ain't moving. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. Whoa, whoa, I moved the board. Alright, this should be sufficient. Saws. Okay, now is the match clock working? Hope it is. Everything should be working now, right? Yeah. Okay, I tell you what, we see who's going to win this game. If it's Jawad, then we stay with Jawad's perspective. If it's Habash, we switch to Habash's perspective for 2 games. Alright. Man, I'm so annoyed. How long was Habash's camera frozen there? Probably for like all of the match already or something. Anyway. Jawad again getting outplayed in these Fianchetto positions, or actually not quite. No, he's better, of course. He's better, of course, but not easy. The bishop pair is going to be annoying here. Much annoying. Maybe just rook fd1. Rook fd1 makes a lot of sense, followed by knight c3, taking on b7. h5 is fine and reasonable. Maybe h4, I mean. h5, h6 maybe on the cards, followed by mates. Knight f4 may... not necessary. Actually, no, knight f4 is a good move, yeah. You can't take on d4 with the bishop, of course, because then g6 would be hanging. And you can't take back because of this. Pinaroni. Pinaroni pinning Aroni. Meaning Aronio. Right. Alright. So. What about h5? h5 bishop, and if bishop f5, bishop e4. Right? Seems winning. h5 should be winning quite simply. h5, bishop f5, bishop e4. Queen c8, g4. But then rook g8. Yeah, so this is the line I've been calculating. h5, here, here, here. And you can't take because of takes, and if takes, that's not a legal move. Okay, he goes for h5. Let's see if that line is going to happen. Bishop e4, queen d7, g4. There's some knight g6, doesn't really work. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go for that line, right? Maybe he's now realizing this. Oh, okay. Play something much simpler. Probably better. Yeah, now, if check, you have a 5. No, f5 doesn't work. Yeah, just bishop e4 here. Queen takes f6 was also possible, actually. No, it wasn't, because the bishop on e4 would be, d5 would be hanging. Knight f5. Knight f5 definitely. Knight f5. Queen f4 first. Okay. Makes sense, I guess, but not really. What? What? Oh, bishop takes d1, there's knight f5 check. Nice tacticos by Jawaditos. Okay, I promise not to repeat that again. What? Okay, these tactics, Jawad is pulling up some amazing tactics. Knight f5. Yeah. Jawad, whoa! Maybe even, no, watch out for queen takes f2, that would be a tragedy. You can't play queen takes h6. Jawad wins. Okay, so let's stick to his perspective. Very, very nice. He had all the tactics on point there. I don't think he made any error there. Whoa, that's a weird opening. Alright. This is a very weird Queen's Gambit accepted. By the way, how much clock do we have left? 23 minutes. This might be the last 3+1 game if it goes the stretch. If it goes the stretch. Yeah, just knight c3 now. Very interesting position. Never seen the likes of it before. Bishop e7. Maybe e5. Maybe e5. Maybe e5. This I don't really like. Okay, queen b3. Queen b3! Oh god, Jawad, what are you doing, man? Wow, Habash is on point. From the opening to the middle game to the end game. Wow, amazing performance by Habash. Jawad, I don't know, he's not there today. You have to play knight c6 and hope that like something with knight d4 works out. Probs doesn't, but you have to do it. Am I that stupid, guys? Oh, knight takes d5. Oh, what am I talking? No, but queen takes b7 doesn't work. There's bishop c6. Still though, this isn't very pleasant for. Actually, what do I know? I know nothing, guys. I know. This is now like a Benoni structure. Queen b6. Oh, I would definitely play b6 there and castles and bishop f6, bishop d6, rook e8. Try to make use of my development advantage as black. Queen b6. I don't know. Castle. Avoid the hassle. Okay, now this is looking like an ornament position where white has a powerful pawn on d5 there, which is rather annoying. Rather annoying. So let's see what Jawad has in store here. Bishop f6 seems like a very natural move. Bishop f5. Alright, stopping knight e4, I guess. Yeah, bishop f6, there's knight e4. Maybe it's wise to stop it. Should be, I mean, there if you play after knight e4, bishop f6, knight e4, bishop d4, maybe not so good. Alright. Yeah, and the point is queen c4. No, it makes sense, of course. Perhaps, yeah, perhaps hinting at some knight e4, queen b4, interesting move as well. Trying to go for the queen trade, which should favor black, I believe. Like the d5 pawn is a kind of ramming pawn for an attack, so maybe it's good there. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. What's up here? You can see my expression, because like bishop d3 I was thinking about, and this makes it stronger, but I guess that doesn't work now. Bishop d3. Yeah, just develop so that you avoid knight c7, which would pick up the a8 rook, but knight d6 could be annoying. You need to watch out for knight d6, because it stops the rook from coming to e8, not something that's very desirable, of course. Having said that, maybe like queen g4, queen g6 is an idea now. He plays it. He plays it. I need to keep a watchful eye here on the clock. Okay, this might be the last game, so we need to see if it goes the stretch, this is the last game. So queen g6, bishop d3 is the idea. Of course, knight d6 I believe is... Yeah, knight d6 makes a lot of sense. Just bishop g6 is forced, of course. Completely forced. I don't know why he wasted time thinking about that. And now queen h5, attacking d5. Black is definitely in the game here. Maybe even better. Ooh, he missed the pawn. Okay, now black is definitely better. Bishop pair. The bishops are eyeing some very nice diagonals. Queen c6, quite simply. Maybe a bit too quick to take there, but I guess he didn't have anything better. Now some rook d8. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Oh my god! Okay, this is critical. He should resign. He should resign and get another game, unless he wants to go to the bullet. Oh, I need to tell them 30 seconds left. Jawad needs to resign here. Bad match strategy. To be fair, like, yeah, maybe they should have their own clocks. Okay. Okay, Jawad, yeah, he should just... Okay, there's nothing wrong with continuing now. There's nothing wrong with continuing now. The 3+1 portion is over anyway. So might as well, maybe Habash blunders a queen back or loses on time. You know, this is... These games I played in Lebanon, you never know. Knight of 8 maybe there. Oh, queen g6, super precise. Nice. Nice. Knight of 7. He's dilly-dallying a bit. Knight g5, knight g5, queen h5. What? Oh god. Oh, I was just talking about this. Oh no. What's going on? Madness. Madness. Oh, this is so excellent. Watching the reactions. Oh, he checked! Oh my god! Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, finally this position they can't mess up. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Now this, they're tight, so I need to... Okay, let's watch from Habash's perspective now. Switch it up. Did the clocks change? Yeah, they did. Okay, okay, perfect. So let me make sure. I think they're talking there, but it's muted. Okay, so they need a 5-minute break, which is completely understandable after this, what happened here. Okay, so maybe I take a break as well. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to analyze the games, and I need a bit of a break. Actually, no, let's just analyze the games. Maybe just analyze this one. So I guess it shows up like this. So let's request the computer analysis. And we were watching this from Black's perspective. So let's keep that in perspective. Alright, so... Okay, this weirdness. So apparently knight f6 is the move. Oh, shikalamambam. Whoa. Yeah, I missed this in commentary as well. And here I thought queen b3 was a good move, but it's not. Or I mean, it's a normal move. Doesn't like bishop f5. Queen b3 with the bishop d3 idea, as we were talking about. Yeah, whoops. Alright, so back here. Yeah, so queen a4. No, but I like this attacking this pawn. It wants to play bishop f4, takes queen b5. Yeah, you can see the activity. The queen is almost trapped. Yeah, that's a funny queen trap. I mean, the knight is hanging, of course, but the queen is trapped, no? I mean, I guess there's... Yeah, I was thinking here, but then there's this. And if here... Here... Here, it's still not trapped. My point was this. T2 is, of course, available there. Yeah, so it's just a piece one, of course. So if the normal b6, you just take here. And if you go back, just taking, I guess, or taking here. Yeah. Okay, so maybe queen takes d5 isn't such a big threat. Difficult to see that though. Rook e1 taking again queen b3, not much of a difference. You know, I was perhaps considering like maybe you can delay it a bit, but you know. Oh, Jawad, my man. What's the doings? What's the doings, bruv? Yeah, and here... Actually, it doesn't... Why not take with check? Okay, he had 7 seconds. And here, some nifty things happened here. I said it was very precise, but yeah, I can just take, of course. Of course, white is still winning, but... Lol. LOL. Yeah, knight f7, of course. We saw that. Here. f5. f5, f6, maybe. There was at some point, like here, knight g5. And if takes, queen h5 is made. Yeah, this is a pattern I'm familiar with. And if this, queen g6. Takes, again, queen h5. Yeah. And you can't otherwise stop the mate on h7. So something that could have happened, did not. Why was he pre-moving here? Maybe he was afraid of losing connection or something. It's insane. Yeah, the rest is... Actually, yeah. Ah, and then it's over. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back to the match. I think it's time to start. Should be back. Should be. Test. What's happening here? Should be working now. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Please, please work. Please work. Come on. Need to watch this. Okay, I guess it's working back again. Okay. So let's follow this. I saw some reaction from Jawad there. He lost a pawn. He's just down a pawn for no good reason. Yikes. Okay, but Habash is really low on time. Where do you move with this? Yeah, oh, h4 at some point, but not easy to get h4 in as white. Lots of stuff getting traded, but now the yeah. Okay, maybe okay. This is very bad commentary. Okay, maybe okay. He drops a rook. Okay, let's see if Jawad will mess this up with the time, but I would assume not. Not much time, by the way, left. Only 15 minutes of this. So wise of Habash to resign. Definitely not getting the game in there. What a weird opening. Okay. I mean, this is a line in some Karokans, but with this structure, I don't know. Okay, so Habash down a game, and this is very dangerous against Jawad because I mean he outrates them by the same difference probably in like blitz, but in bullet it's much more dangerous because Habash's connection isn't good. But while I also think Jawad's isn't as well, but still. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jawad has the edge in bullet and the momentum edge. Like Habash is more of a like a more calculating type of player. So with lower time and speed stuff, he won't do as well. I figure while Jawad is younger and Jawad is about 20, 21, Habash is in his mid 30s, so age definitely plays a role in bullet skills, of course. And not only in bullet skills, but also like the kind of desire to even have bullet skills, right? So younger people definitely have more. Why not d6 there? Oh god, Habash, what are you doing? Not Gouda, not Gouda. Oh, you hates to see it. You hates to see it. Oh no, what's that? Yowza. Oh, he's going to get crushed here. He should resign. I would resign this, to be honest. Actually, like, this is so difficult. Like, would you resign this or not? It's difficult to say. No, now with Rook d2 check, I would resign. Resign without question. Resign without question. Or maybe play like 2 more tricks or something. Some 97. Okay, 97 is not working. Resign. Knight b6 check. Still resign. No, you have to resign. Not enough time at all. Look at how much clock we have. It's already 5 minutes in. Definitely resign. Definitely resign. Oh, this is even worse. It's going to be so prolonged now. Bruv, resign. Resign. It's not worth fighting for. Who knows what which song's lyrics those are. Okay. Resign. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember something. Anyway, resign. Alright, so whoa. Yeah, this is one, of course. Yeah, this is just Okay, you can try for stalemate, but all of this time just to get it drawn. Habash is playing from his phone, by the way. That's why he's looking down at the screen, of course. How to win here? I mean, there's a common trick here where you sacrifice the rook. This is of course sufficient, but there's like a common pattern there. Alright. GG. You just wasted 3 minutes of the match clock there. I am against this decision by him. Though I like this position, yeah, h5. Alright, I like this position. He should have quite some chances here. At least to drum up something. What exactly, I don't know, but something. But Jawad is playing well, playing in the center. Wise play. Wise play there. Queen d6. c5 wins, right? c5, c5, c5. Missed opportunity. Okay, queen c5 you have to play. Not really have to actually. Yeah, queen g6 is even better, definitely. Yeah, what am I talking about? Queen g6 is obviously better. Take g3. Whoa, this turned around. Now white is losing. Well, I don't know about losing, but definitely worse, no? Go back and bishop c5. How do you really continue the attack though as black? I'm not so certain. Oh, just take on b4 probably. Yeah, just take on b4 then take c7. Maybe not necessary. Ooh. Knight coming to e5. That's huge. That's huge. Huge. Bishop c5, knight d3. Very annoying stuff. Queen a5 is definitely not in time, of course. Just take f3. What? This is also not in time. Take f3. What? Take f3. Take f3. Okay. I mean, it's not necessary. Yeah, but now you don't have takes f3 anymore. So maybe it was necessary. I don't know. Still, black is of course completely winning. Now you can play knight f3 check, of course. Unless he goes king h1, he doesn't. What? What's going on? Bishop c6, bishop c6, bishop c6. This is probably better. Having said that, after I screamed bishop d6 7 times in a row. Of course, like black is winning here, but now you have to convert quickly. You have to convert quickly. You have to convert quickly. Knight g2, knight g2, knight g2, rook f3. Missed opportunity. Okay, now it's bad because the game is getting prolonged. You can't prolong this. Need to win as quickly as possible. Okay, a ladder type of mate. Okay, come on. Habash needs to win quickly. Okay, he resigns. Terrible choice. He should have milked the clock to the end there. Come on. Come on, Jawad. Channel your Naka energy. Yowza. Not a smart decision, I would say. Okay. Okay. So, if Habash wins this, it's a tied match again. If he loses, it's very dangerous because he needs to lose quickly and then win quickly. Or else, yeah, it's a problem. So, very normal position so far. Not something I would assume Habash would win. Like, this is going to be a long, drawn-out game, and I don't see Habash winning us. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, knight c4 maybe. Knight c4, knight c4, knight c4, knight c4. Queen b3, queen b3 was perhaps an idea. Intending knight takes d5, bishop takes c4. Too late for that. Too late for that. Bishop f4, yeah. White is definitely better. Knight e5, definitely better. Lots of pressure. Take, you can't take c4. Queen a, okay, knight b5 also good. I wouldn't have taken that. Take c7. Take c7. Take e5 and then knight c7. Trading queens. Okay, black doesn't oblige. Black doesn't oblige. Why put it? Wait, why put the bishop on h2 and create backrank ideas for yourself? Meaning create backrank problems for yourself. That's not a good idea, I would think. Why not bishop g3, quite simply? What's this about? What? Queen c1? No. Come on, what was that? Why queen c1? What? What's going on here? Oh, he's playing this. Oh. He's playing this very nervously. I just need to inform them about the time. Only a minute and a half. Yeah, this is probably not doable. Actually, even like mathematically speaking, right? Yeah, I don't know. Just 1 minute left. It's going to be difficult. Let's see anyway. I'll keep my phone in hand just to announce when the match is over. Okay. So what's going on here? Actually, Habash's position is reasonable. Maybe some g4 ideas. But the bishop is controlling g5. It's difficult for black's queen to get in. Maybe queen d4 now simply ends the game and all hopes. Knight c4, also queen d4. And you're not winning this in the required amount of time. Yeah, just 20 more minutes. It's not 20 more seconds. It's not happening. It's not happening. Oh. Yeah, match over. Okay. So the match is over. We'll be treated to one more game. But yeah, it's just not enough. Actually, I was thinking maybe stop the match, but no need. Alright, so let's remove the clock here. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. And he resigns and the match is over. Alright, excellent match, guys. Let's ask them if they want an interview. I haven't asked them even. Let me ask. the unfortunate thing is I have it muted and I can't even. Okay, so waiting for them to reply. I guess they don't want to have an interview. Okay, so I'll set up for the interview. Just give me a second here. Okay. Test.
نحكي عربي عادي ولا انجلش؟
Okay.
شو رايك؟
They're speaking.
ما عم بسمع ميوتد.
ما بعرف، يلا لنشوف هلا امارة ليجي اللي بده اياه، بس يجي يخلصنا. سمت زلط يا زلمه والله حرام، ضعيف انت لو والله. ليك بس بالبولت انسى فراطة.
تخبص منيح انت بدت.